Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Today I will be unboxing a Tecknet USB 3.0 to dual SATA HDD docking station. So this has arrived this morning and I'm going to unbox it. Now a quick little story on why I got this. My previous computer case, which was the Cooler Master Half X, featured two hot swap bays and I used to use those pretty much constantly. But since I've upgraded to the Fractal Design Define R5, I no longer have those hot swap bays, and over the years I have gathered quite a collection of hard drives. There are currently two hard drives that are in my computer case that once I've got this set up and working I will be removing and using those as hard drives that I can just put into this instead of needing them to be constantly in my computer. But also once I have removed those two drives, once I've got this set up, it will mean there will be less cables in the system, which will make it easier for cable management. Anyway, let me just move the hard drives off to one side and let's get into this. So it's just arrived in a generic box with some like legal symbols and the name and stuff on there. I have no idea what to expect. Anyway, let's get it open. Oh, have they done what I think they've done? Oh, yeah, they have. Actually, cut down there, cut down there, and oh, this homemade knife needs sharpening. It's not very sharp. Right, there we go. There we go. Now I've got the flap out. By homemade knife, I literally mean I had a pair of old shear scissors, not the ones I restored. I've still got the ones I restored, but there was another pair that didn't work, so I disassembled them and tried to fashion some kind of blade out of one of those, and technically it's not even finished. But let's get into the unboxing. Okay, so the first thing I can see is the top of the device where you put the SATA cables into. Sorry, where you put the hard drive into. Oh, so here we have the little dock itself. Mix of metal and plastic. And then on the back here we have the on-off switch, the DC input so that the drives can power themselves, and then the USB 3 output which plug into your computer. So let's just test this one. So this is a 3.5 drive. Right, goes in that way. Which sits in there like that. It is a bit wobbly, but all of these drive things that I've seen reviews on the drives have always been a little bit wobbly because you don't want to make them too small that you get the drive stuck in them. So there's a 2.5 inch one. Now let's try out the 3.5 inch one. So it'll be in the same place. So just push that in. Is that in? Yeah, that's in. And then the same here. Right, so yeah, that seems to serve its purpose. And also I'll just leave that out. As I've collected like loads of hard drives over the years, I don't know what's on these. But we'll get to that in a bit. Alright, moving that off to one side. Oh yeah, and then there's also that button on the front. Press that, it clones the hard drive, it clones hard drive A onto hard drive B. Simple. Yeah. Okay, so now, diving into the bottom of the box, what do we have? We have the AC power supply, which is just a simple AC power supply. We have the USB 3.0 connection cable, so I can get full USB 3 speeds. And then we have a 2-year warranty thingy and a little instruction manual that tells you stuff about the device. Yeah, there you go. There's the different bits of the drive. Get that? Oh, there we go. So yeah, now it's just telling you like how to go into Drive Manager or whatever it is and how to create new partitions and stuff, which I know how to do that anyway. But now, let's not forget to peel this back. In fact, you know, I'm going to leave it on there. Right, now what I need to do is change the camera location, set up this on my computer, and then I'll be back once I've set it all up. So yeah. Okay, so for this demonstration, I'm probably just going to put it on top of my computer case. It's got little rubber feet on the bottom of it. I didn't show you the underside of it, but there's the underside of it. It's got little rubber feet, so I don't need to worry about it scratching the case or anything. And also, probably after I've recorded this video, I'll take out those 2 drives that I want to use this for, like I did with my old case in the hot swap base system. Plug that in. In fact, ideally I should have plugged that in last. But it should all work fine. Where have I put the USB 3 cable? Here it is. So currently a USB device in. There's nothing on it, so yeah, it's safe to remove. With the fractal cases, as you can see there, usually USB 3s have a blue colour to them, but on fractal cases they don't. But as you can see, it like tells you which one's a USB 2 and which one's a USB 3. And also by looking at them, you can see that USB 3s have 5 like faces right on the very end of that bit inside there. Yeah, you can even see them on the camera. Apologies for the grain, but yeah, you see there's like 5 faces on there on the USB 3, and on there isn't. But yeah, that's when you start talking about connectors, it tends to get a bit confusing to some people, so I won't go on about that anymore. Okay, here we go. USB 3 into USB 3, USB 3 into USB 3. Which drive has stuff on it? Old YouTube. Right, this must be my old YouTube archive, and by old I mean like the first 2 channels that I ran about 4 or 5 years ago. They were awful. You can't find them anymore because I've deactivated them, but I still have all the footage on the archives here. Is that in? Yeah, that's in. Okay, let's turn it on. Hard drive's spinning up. Panel lights come on. No idea what that... Oh, that's B, indicating it's detected the B drive. And over on my computer, show you the screen. There we go. Ding diddly ding. It has the computer's recognised it. Now, if I just open up the drives here, then we can see, yeah, old YouTube archive. It's there.
GPU, what are you doing?
Yeah, so that seems to have worked fine for that one. See, this is what I mean. This is a mess to me. The drives that I want in my PC are those 3. All of the rest are going to be used in this sort of hot swap fashion with this new drive, that thing, with that new docking station. But yeah, I don't like that. It's just a mess, and cable management is honestly a pain when you've got that many drives in your computer. Right, so, oh yeah, sorry for the flicking, I completely didn't think about that. Right, so now I know that B drive works, well, drive B, location B, whatever you want to call it. We're just safe to eject that drive, safe to eject. Oh, should you turn it off? Okay, I'll just turn it off. Now, what's on that? I think that one's blank. What's on... hang on, that one's the old YouTube archive, so what's this one? Oh no, let's test bay number A. Bay number A. Bay letter A. Right, the hard drive turned on, I heard it. Now, I don't think there's anything on this drive. Is it... No, it's not showing. In that case, if we just go into Drive Manager, apologies for the volume, it is quite a bit too loud. And then once we go to Disk Management, Then we can see there at the bottom, then that one there at the bottom is the drive that I just plugged into the hard drive docking station. So that seems to work fine. So far this docking station has not let me down. Have I got any SSDs that I can test for a speed test? No, I don't. I'll have to use that drive that's currently in the computer because that's the... Sorry, I'll have to use that drive that's currently in the dock because that's like one of the faster drives I've got. Short of SSDs, but the SSDs are on my computer, in my computer. Let me just adjust the shutter speed for you so it doesn't flicker. Shutter speed, put that down to 30. There we go. So what we'll need to do is we will need to go ahead, create a new partition on that drive, and then I can do a speed test for you. So let's go ahead and do that. New simple volume, next, get all of it. Drive, just P for now. Test drive, finish. Need to wait for it to create that partition. And there we go. In case you wonder why it didn't pop up once a partition was created, that's because I've disabled that feature. If I go into autoplay here, you can see I've switched it to take no action. By default, it's set on open folders to view files, but I've disabled that because when I plug a hard drive in that's got like 3 partitions on it, you get 3 windows that just like pop up in your face and gets quite annoying. Anyway, this is the test drive. So let's go and, oh yeah, I need to go and download it again. I'll be back in a minute. I haven't got speed test thingy. I have better aligned the camera with my monitor. I could just like screen capture it, but I don't want to do anything that could potentially jeopardize the hard drive speed test. So here we are. It was the P drive. Let's do 4 gigabytes. Test count, let's do 3, and then it should take the average of all 3 and display that. So yeah, I won't leave you sat here watching that. I'll simply jump cut to once the tests have finished and it displays the final result on the screen for you to see. Okay, so as you can see, that's still doing its testing. It has not finished, but what I actually want to show you is what I've done here. Now hard drives, because they have moving parts, they do get quite warm. So what I've simply done here is I've got a 200mm fan, which is from my old computer's case because this new case doesn't support 200mm fans. And I've simply got this hooked up to a USB adapter to a 3-pin fan controller, and I've just got it blowing a light amount of air over the drives. Well, once there's multiple drives in there. Oh, right, did I just... Okay. But yeah, I've basically got a little cooling system going on, which will hopefully prevent the drives from overheating when and if that were to happen. So yeah, just something you might want to consider. When I read some reviews, some other people had actually done exactly what I've done, except they had a smaller fan, but they basically added a fan to keep the drives cool. So if you are buying this what do they call them? Hard drive docks, that's it. If you are buying this hard drive dock, or any hard drive if you are buying this hard drive dock or any other hard drive dock, then just keep in mind that you might want some kind of cooling system if you intend for the drives to be in there for a long time and you're doing lots of transfers between different drives that are in here that may get warm. So yeah, you might just want to consider some kind of cooling or something like that. Anyway, through all of the talking, the results are nearly done. I'll just zoom you back out a bit, and I don't know how long this will take. So there are the final results from the speed test. So I did 3 different test runs. Well, I said to the application to run 3 different tests, and then here I'm presuming it would take the average of those 3 different tests to give you a more accurate overall average value. I did the 4GB transfer test and I did it on the test partition, which is that one that I set up primarily for doing the speed test. So via USB 3, which is what it's running through because it's a USB 3 hard drive dock, we can see we've got read speeds of 120, write speeds of 117, and then we've got like 4K Q32T1. I don't know what all of that stuff means, but the main speeds that I focus on are the top 2. So we've got 120 and 117, closer to 118 read and write speeds. I will just say this hard drive that the speed test was running on is a 5200 RPM hybrid drive. Like, the storage is still stored on a hard drive disk, but the caching system is an SSD instead of it also being stored on the disk. Therefore, it can access like the caches quicker and pull stuff up that you might need a little bit quicker. But anyway, yeah, just keep in mind that that was a 5200 RPM hybrid drive. I believe it's manufactured by Samsung. Yes, it is. Anyway, that has been it for this video. I have unboxed the dock, set the dock up and done a speed test. And what more do you really need to do? I've even showed you a bit of cooling that you might want to consider if you do get a hard drive dock. But anyway, that has been it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, like it, or if you haven't, then dislike it and tell me why. You may want to consider subscribing for future videos like this. What's the other thing I usually say? Oh no, I keep saying, I never say share the video, but if you want to go and share it, then go ahead and share it. Anyway, that's it for this video, so thank you for watching and I shall speak to you in the next video.